what's one thing, and we for those of you who have watched the show in the past, we changed our questions a little bit. We're
Yeah, we
down
switch modes once in a while.
we're down to 7 again. We added 1 and we subtracted 2, so we got ourselves back down to 7. What's one thing you wish you could change about the film? My mom hates this movie. She doesn't hate it, but she just severely dislikes it
Really?
because she feels so bad for the father, because he has such a, like, he's just such a pure, loving, chivalrous human being, and he gets stomped on. So I kind of wrote that down only because I can't think of anything else. Like, there's
Well,
nothing else that I would like change about it.
was so if you change that, you would also have to change the very end scene where they meet at the bar and have that little discussion.
Yeah.
And that
Would
isn't that how he learns where what's the girl's name?
Julie.
Jessica, Julie.
Yeah.
Isn't that how he learns where Julie is? Because he says, "How does Julie ever mention me? Does she ever talk about me?" And then he punches, Dustin Hoffman on the arm a little bit, and then it cuts to Dustin Hoffman talking to Julie. I always got that without that scene, he would probably be able to find, but it kind of wrapped up to know that
Yeah.
there's no hard feelings because that guy is like, I've been seeing a woman for 3 years. And then he was like, yeah, I did check to see if she was a woman this time. And he was like, you were a good companion, which shows that there actually was a mutual, usually at least being able to talk and relate to one another, at least on that level.
Sorry, I'm
Go
not
ahead.
cutting you off. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I feel like I just get too excited about this stuff, and so keep talking. Don't let me cut you off. But
But
you talk.
it was just that I think that I can see how that scene that you would have written it down, but I always took it as without that kind of scene, the end wouldn't have been wrapped up as an opening between the two main characters because they're walking off as the song is playing because he made her laugh with a joke
Yeah.
about the dress size. Could I have that little yellow number? And he was like, no, you'll spill wine on it. You'll spill wine on it as they're walking and the credits start. So
How great is that little punch? Like that punch, because they're in a bar, and there's 2 ways that punch can go. There's the one of like, you hurt me really badly, so I'm gonna hurt you.
punch you out.
And then there's the punch of, like, how people just bros, they just kind of punch each other in the shoulder,
Yeah.
and it's kind of the thing. And so it's so symbolic of, like, I want to knock you out, but I like you. Like, I really like you. And it's so beautiful the way that that's put together.
And I think the father also, he's thinking logically, like, this guy honestly didn't get into this situation to hurt my daughter or hurt me or do this, because, Dorothy wasn't the one that was pursuing him. Dorothy wasn't the one. Just like later on in the movie when that one guy, I thought I wrote his name, but I get
the director.
No, not the director, but he's like one of the actors on the show.
Oh.
And he accidentally, goes into the apartment, and then Bill Murray shows up, and then the guy's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, just to let you know, nothing happened." And then Bill Murray is like, when that guy leaves, he's like, "You slut." And then, he was like, "How did that guy even get in here?" And then
it's John Van Horn, right? I think it's John Van Horn. Yeah.
It's like the doctor.
Yep. Mm-hmm. What would you change about the film?
Honestly, I went over this. I watched half the movie about 2 months ago, and I didn't finish the second half, so I rewatched it all last night. I don't think I would change anything. Even though it's longer than the movies that I typically watch, it's a little over 2 hours, I think. I went through, if I would trim anything, it would be when they go visit at her dad's house. I might
Yeah.
trim maybe just a little. I think it's about a 12-minute sequence there. Maybe
Hmm.
trim it down, maybe trim the whole movie down just little pieces here and there, 30 seconds here, 10 seconds there. But as a whole movie, I would just, if they were like, we'll never trim it down, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
It's a
That's
good
hard.
2 hours. It's a good 2 hours well spent.
It's hard because like if they have to build that whole love story, besides one glance and one comment, the whole love story between Dorothy and the father happens just at the farmhouse,
Yeah.
and so it all has to be built there. The only thing, now that I go back, I feel like you could have recast Jessica Lange, Julie,
Really?
and I think it would have could have still worked. I don't think she added anything to that character that somebody else couldn't add to it, but I don't think she needed to. I think
Right.
she played it how it should have been played, but I feel like
I see what you
a
mean.
really good actress could have played it. Terry Garr, who
She
the
played Sandy, I think.
Sandy, yeah. Now I don't think there's many people out there who could do that role.
Yeah, that was well cast. The same with Bill Murray and Dustin Hoffman.